fans, this one's for you. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Dynasty back again with another MK1 MK Uno video because we still do not know a lot when it comes to the Mortal Kombat 1 story, the Mortal Kombat lore. Obviously, we have confirmation that character origins will be changed compared to the previous timeline. And the big elephant in the room that we still have no idea what's going on or how we got here is Mileena getting infected by the dreaded and lethal Tarkat disease. And in the official gameplay reveal trailer, we get to see the transition between normal human Mileena into the Tarkatan teeth-wielding Mileena we've seen in previous timelines. There's Kenshi perplexed as he stares at Mileena sitting on this chair in the middle of somebody's experiment room. It's definitely not the flesh pits, but this is like a makeshift basement laboratory, if you will. And we do know, based on the character bios and intros, that next in line to control the throne of Outworld underneath Sindel is Mileena Khan. However, that's kind of not going to happen because, well, she's now infected. And if people find out her big secret that she does have the dreaded and lethal Tarkat disease, Mileena's potential reign as Queen of Outworld will not happen, and Kitana will take the throne that was rightfully hers if she, well, doesn't get infected to become a Tarkatan like we're seeing in the background right here. Now, obviously, I don't have any insider information. We're basing all our speculation on character intros and character bios and things of that sort, so chances are I'm probably wrong, you're probably wrong, and that's why we're doing this today, because we're just a couple of days away from the Combat Cast dropping this week, and chances are, maybe, just maybe, they reveal a intro with Shang Tsung, maybe Baraka, that gives us a taste of things to come and some more inside information about how this transition from normal human Mileena to Tarkatan Mileena happens, or if there's other Tarkatans. So before we get all that information, I figure, hey, let's not waste the opportunity to have an open-ended speculation discussion here on the channel. So if you guys have any ideas about what's going on, leave them in the comment section below. And before we break all this stuff down and have some fun, if you guys could please take 1 second and drop a like on the video. Again, thank you guys so much for the recent love and support on the channel. The feedback has been super positive. I love you guys, for real, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for making this gig the best thing possible. And with that said, let's discuss exactly what I think is going on with Mileena becoming a Tarkatan in Liu Kang's new era in Mortal Kombat 1. So again, first things first, the gameplay reveal trailer shows Mileena tied down, strapped down to this chair, and Kenshi is freaking out, which leads me to believe that Kenshi has no idea this is even a thing and probably isn't actually responsible for her becoming a Tarkatan. Now, interestingly enough, we know she becomes infected. She's not born with it, she is infected. The character bio mentions Mileena is infected by the deadly disease Tarkat, which means that, obviously, quite literally, she got this from somebody or something. Now, if this Tarkat disease slowly turns you to a Tarkatan, does that mean that Tarkatans already exist in Outworld? Because again, this is taking place in the realm of Outworld, going back to the days of previous timelines. We do know in Outworld we have Tarkatan camps. That's where Baraka stays with his tribe. Does that mean Tarkatans already exist? Mileena had a run with those Tarkatans. She got bit by one of them, scratched by one of them, or is Mileena the very first Tarkatan to become a thing? Did Shang Tsung grab Mileena and perform some experiments on Mileena, and maybe she becomes infected? Then from there, she's the reason responsible for creating the Tarkatan race in this Outworld realm and timeline. Now, we do have confirmation that Shang Tsung, the evil sorcerer, is doing some type of experiments currently right now in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, obviously, we also do know, based on character bios, etc., intros, Mileena and Kitana are actual literal twins in this timeline. Mileena was not forged in the flesh pits as a science experiment by Shang Tsung. They are legitimately, it seems like, actual twins born from Sindel. She was not created in a lab, but again, in this MK1 timeline, Shang Tsung still has a lab, which again, we're probably seeing in the background here. And in this lab, maybe he's responsible for infecting Mileena. Now, here's an intro that confirms Shang Tsung has some type of experiments going on in MK1.
I wasn't aware of Shang Tsung's experiments.
Had you known, would your choice have been different?
So it seems like the Lin Kuei are helping Shang Tsung in some regard, doing something with some type of experiments. And again, is he responsible for Mileena becoming this Tarkatan, injecting her potentially and infecting her with the Tarkat disease? Or is Mileena already previously infected by an actual Tarkatan like a Baraka? Mileena starts feeling her spider senses tingling, and then she goes and tells her sister because, well, it's her twin sister, and she's like, yo, Kitana, my girl, something's not right. And then because we know Kitana is desperate to, quote unquote, guard the dark secret that might end her sister's reign before it begins, like Kitana is 110% down with her older sister becoming the next Khan of Outworld. She will do anything to help her, which could involve, well, you guessed it, asking the evil snake Shang Tsung to help save Mileena from becoming a Tarkatan. And well, what if Kitana puts trust in Shang Tsung because she's desperate? She knows this guy's a sorcerer and could probably use his magic to maybe save her. And shit hits the fan, and that's why, again, despite Kitana's desperate attempt and trust of Shang Tsung, her sister still ultimately becomes a Tarkatan, like we're seeing here in the gameplay revealed trailer. Now, here's an intro that kind of suggests that might be what happens in the MK1 story mode.
I misjudged you and your comrades.
Didn't help you had a snake hissing in your ear.
Now, maybe after the scene we see in the background, Mileena breaks free, runs out of this Shang Tsung lab, makeshift lab, and she just goes into, like, the Tarkatan camps, never to be seen again. Kenshi's freaking out, and he's like, I gotta tell somebody that the potential Queen of Outworld just became a Tarkatan, so who's he go to? Is he gonna tell Sindel? No. He's gonna tell Mileena's sister. He goes, Kitana, your sister is infected after all. Shang Tsung lied, and maybe Kitana's like, no, that can't be right. You're a former Yakuza. You work with the Black Dragon. And they kind of have like a whole little, situation where she doesn't trust him. Then ultimately she realizes, wait a second, this Kenshi guy, he's not too bad. He's not lying. That would kind of make some sense. And again, this is Kitana, who will swear her allegiance to her sister forever, no matter what.
Living in your sister's shadow wastes your potential.
It is my duty and privilege to serve her. If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
So like you'd imagine, Mileena is not trusting anybody because, well, she's becoming a Tarkatan, and that's some life-changing stuff. And when you're next in line to be the Queen of Outworld, and that just miraculously happens conveniently, I'd be kind of sussed out too. So maybe Shang Tsung just was sent by somebody else to just send Outworld's hierarchy into a situation of chaos. Maybe this was a plan or an ambush all along, and Shang Tsung's responsible for this. Maybe it wasn't initially Mileena getting infected by a wild Baraka, a wild Tarkatan. Maybe she just had some other type of sickness, and Kitana asked Shang Tsung for help, and ultimately he decides, why not just do something else while I'm here? If he's working for the Dragon King and the Dragon King wants to rule Outworld again, this is how you get control of Outworld. You start infecting the royal family one by one, and maybe Shang Tsung just seemed to be a decent dude in this timeline at first, and then ultimately turns his back on everybody, trusted, again, a snake is being said here by Kenshi, and shit just hits the fan. So was she infected by a wild Tarkatan? Did she initially just have a stomach virus and flu, and Shang Tsung is just a local doctor in Outworld, and he's like, yeah, I can fix you, and then he just decides, heh, you fell for it, and then ultimately he infects the potential Queen of Outworld? You can toss this in any way. Maybe the big brain plan all along is for this Tarkat disease to start running rampant on Outworld, and maybe Shang Tsung can control these Tarkatans because he's like, oh, if I just have a whole army of Tarkatans, I could just help the Dragon King get back to prominence. So maybe it's just like the master plan, just to infect everybody in general to control them because they're weaker, maybe? I don't know. So as much things change in this timeline, a lot stays the same. It's not the flesh pits that gave us Mileena, but it's what gave her, it seems, the Tarkat disease. We just don't know if it's from Baraka, another Tarkatan, or if she was just infected by a needle or something along those lines. Now, interestingly enough, in this scene right here inside this makeshift lab, if you look closely, there appears to be some type of skull on one of the desks there. Now, at first I thought maybe it was just like a bird skull or like a deer skull, but it's got like an elongated mouth like a Tarkatan. It could be anything, but what if that's a Tarkatan skull? I could be wrong there, but if it is, well, there you go. Maybe it's just been something in a vial inside the laboratory for a long time, and Shang Tsung just decided, hey, why not infect the royal princess? And there you go. So that's me trying to piece together this whole Mileena becoming infected with the, again, quote-unquote, terrifying and deadly Tarkat disease. What do you guys think of my theory here? Do you think I'm more or less right? Do you think I'm completely wrong? I am dying to hear your thoughts about how Mileena becomes a Tarkatan in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this speculation piece, please take a second, drop a like on it, of course. Subscribe to some more MK1 content like this on the channel. This Thursday, we have another Mortal Kombat Combat Cast. According to rumored and alleged leaked rosters, Baraka is in this game's base roster, so I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibility that maybe, just maybe, she gets infected by Baraka. I don't know. Maybe Baraka's a human who initially was the first test subject by Shang Tsung, and then he appears when he finds out Mileena gets infected. Then it's like a love story that's more romantic and better than Twilight, and the rest is history. So, Beauty and the Beast. But in this case, Beast and Beast. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Till next time, been your host, been Dynasty. You guys, please take care, stay safe. I love this game. I really do. I'm so hyped for the story, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.